Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I brought in my managing director, Richard Phu. This is the man behind the reason why I don't have to really work at Outsourcing Angel anymore. And it's a dream that I never knew I needed, or I mean, I've always wanted to start a business. I wanted to make $1 million or more and make this more successful, but I actually didn't realize the lifestyle that I wanted. He came in and kind of told me that, why are you still in it? You need to be obsolete and kind of, you know, not have to be working in this business. And I was like, oh my God, what do you mean? And so I want to take you behind the scenes of how we got started, how he became my operations manager, how he really helped me to truly have a lifestyle business. You know, when people say lifestyle, it's not about just traveling around and working on your laptop, because you can do that and you can still be stuck in it and stressing out and can't really holiday. Whereas I truly feel like I have a lifestyle business because nothing is waiting on me. I have everyone, you know, taking over all the roles that I used to take. So, Richard, introduce yourself a little bit of what your current role is at Outsourcing Angel, and yeah, I will then ask you more about, you know, what you did for me.
Yeah, thanks, Lynn, and thanks for having me on the show. So I'm Richard. I'm the managing director at Outsourcing Angel. When I'm not doing that, I am the freedom business designer, and I help redesign businesses so that it can work without them. As in the case with Lynn. So that's pretty much what I do.
Okay, so when you came into my business, look, I was already doing 7 figures, which I was really proud of, but still, cash flow wise, I actually wasn't even ready to hire you, actually. But the reason why I hired Richard was now look, I never learned from the books where they said, you know, map out your roles and what do you need to hire next. I kind of was just taking one step at a time in business and doing the best and the next right thing. And so at the time, when I heard about Richard needing a job, and I couldn't believe that he has skill set in management consulting and he has understanding of VAs and systems and process. I was like, oh my God, like I cannot say no to this person. It's like, all I know is it's so rare to find someone that has all these ticks, right? And so I'm just gonna hire him. I have no idea what he's gonna do for me, but I know that he's already someone that I don't need to tell him or teach him what I'm doing. And so that was the reason why I hired you. Not that I imagined that you were going to help me fully step out of the business. So I guess I want to hear from you when you stepped in, you know, what did you see at OA at the time, and what did you do in that first year?
Yeah, like Lynn didn't take a massive punt, right? You took a huge gamble on it, and I didn't want you to feel like it was a bad choice, you know. And for me, like first day in, I remember I'm like, hang on a second, Lynn, you have a Facebook group, Facebook Messenger chat, you have Skype groups, you have WhatsApp groups for work. What the hell's going on? Where do we talk? You know, and I really like, and you're like, we talk
to clients on WhatsApp, we talk to clients on anything. Yes,
we talk internally on WhatsApp, and then sometimes it goes to the Facebook Messenger, sometimes it goes over here. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I'm confused. And I remember like in the first week, I'm like, all right, Monday, we're going all onto Slack. I don't care, right? Everyone moves over to Slack. And
we're going to spend the money now.
Yeah,
it's a paid account.
Actually, no, it was a free account first. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was like, look, if you message on WhatsApp or whatever, I don't care. I'm not responding. Yeah, I'm going to tell you go on Slack. So anything work related, we jump over there. And that's one of the things that, you know, I first wanted to work on was how do we streamline things, right? So that we all know where we're supposed to be, especially if it's a remote company and, you know, there is no office. You know, everyone works everywhere and wherever they want. And so I'm like, we have to find a place where we can talk and know that that person's there. Obviously we use WhatsApp as an emergency backup if Slack goes down or whatever, but Slack's the first place, you know. And then we started putting in new tools to make things easier. So, you know, we shifted. Before everyone had, we had files. It was all in people's personal Google Drives.
Yes.
And it's like, where the hell is this? Oh, Wendy owns this, right? I'm like, that's not on. What if Wendy leaves, right? Then all those files are gone. And so like we buy a team drive and everything goes in there. Whatever you work on goes on team drive. None of this like I have version 2.0 and the other person has version 3 of this file, Word document. It's no, everything's here. We have to collaborate. And so I put that in place and said we have to go do these things. I remember one of the other things we did not have was a CRM. Right? So,
was that on an Excel spreadsheet then? It maybe. No, there was another system that we didn't really use. Podio.
Right?
That's
yeah,
right.
but that was not really a CRM we were using it for.
Yeah.
And you remember you had Roland hired to copy and paste emails and
Oh
put it
wow!
to
Yes.
audio?
So this is my lack of techie, where we basically look. VAs are very affordable, and so you kind of get used to getting them to do a lot of unnecessary things, and that is the trap as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was copying and pasting because look, he's a cheaper resource, but you found a way. It's like, no, do you know you can actually just sync it directly to a CRM? It's like, oh my god.
Yeah. So Roland used to sit there, get CC'd on almost every email. He had to go on Podio, go find the client and drop and copy paste that email in, right? And that was his full-time job. And I'm like, what is this dude doing? Even though, look, he's not as expensive as a local person. I'm like, no, he could do something better. And so we implemented HubSpot, which then syncs all emails into the CRM, so it's automatic, right? And there's no room for error. And then we reallocated Roland to go and help the recruitment team on that end. And that, I think that was huge. The other thing I remember is we started tracking tickets. So I remember going to Lynn, hey Lynn, do you know how many cancellations you get? Right? And you're like, we get no one leaves us, right? I'm like, that's not right.
When you don't track and you don't have a system, you generalize and you guess and you feel like, when sometimes people say, I don't know why I'm fat, I don't even eat, but they don't remember the time that they just put something in their mouth in between things, and because you're not aware.
Yeah.
You don't remember sitting down and having dinner, but you are actually eating. And so I think that's the thing with the way I was running the business. It's just like, everything's fine. I mean, I don't remember anything, and my brain is very maybe filtering out a lot of negativity and everything's positive. And look, this is the whole point, is that you can still grow a successful business, but you can still grow in a way that's not efficient. You're still stuck in it, and people aren't, being able to work at their best because they're doing things mundanely and probably just because you freed up that task for yourself and you give it to an admin person copying and pasting. Can you imagine their job? It's hell.
Boring, right? Like, oh, I'm just gonna watch a YouTube video and do this at the same time. And yeah, we started tracking that stuff, and we started implementing more data solutions so that we could make proper decisions. Because before this, every decision was, oh, I feel like this is happening, right? And then it's like, how come we're gonna invest in this? I just feel it. I just feel it's the right thing. And nothing wrong with your feeling, right? But you can't teach someone how to feel that thing, right? And so the only other way we can make proper decisions with data. And so we started recording and collecting the data. And one of the other things, I think the biggest thing we did was implement the bond, right? So before, this is what happens with a lot of business owners, is they think about, okay, I'm going to get paid, but you don't, and most people are pushed into like, give me the thing first, then I pay you, right? But then what happens then is they don't pay you, then you gotta chase. So you gotta implement or get another resource to chase that money up, or you have to be chasing it. No one likes to be like, hey Lynn, do you remember that invoice you haven't paid? So like, can you pay? No one likes doing that, and so what we implemented at OA is, a bond process, so that it's like, look, we don't want to be doing that. And you should be paying first up, like in advance, as well as if your credit card, has an issue, let's put in this place so it doesn't affect your service going forward. And so one of the big things that changed, so that we wouldn't spend as much time, as much resources chasing up.
Yeah, because with our service at OA, it was very different where, look, the VA is inside the company working, and if there is a payment issue, then they have we tell them to stop, it's not easy to just turn off. And so we decided it's best for the client. I mean, imagine the client needing to deliver work on their end, and yet we're like, sorry, you're not paying, and so VA do not work. So then we're actually protecting our client too, where we want them to still have that buffer to be able to, get things done by their VA. So in this segment, we're gonna just kind of cover the fact that you came in and you looked at how you can systemize me out of it. But in the next episode, how you actually got me out of being the decision maker. Because this chat with each other is going to be quite long. And so in this episode, as you can learn so far, is that just because you're running a big business with a lot of staff, it doesn't mean that you're running efficiently. There are a lot of mundane things that you should be looking at how to automate, and hiring someone like Richard as an operations manager can really save you a lot of time, but not just time, that expertise that you don't have. So I also just never knew that I could hire someone smarter than me, or to bring in that. And so really ask yourself, like, what else can you learn, or who else knows more than me? And when I guess when the opportunity is there, strike out. And even if you don't have that, you think you can't afford, the question I had was, how can I not afford that? Or as in, what's the consequences of not hiring you was way bigger than taking that leap and hiring you, because I knew that's what I needed in the business. So guys, I'll see you in the next video, where we're going to deep dive in how to actually let go of decision making, so that even though you have a team, they still, they wouldn't come to you for that decision process, and so that you can be really free. So thank you, Richard. And if you have any questions, ask us in the comments below, and I'll see you again in the next video.